This is Rasheik, and it's a pretty good start. Looks like you're getting used to moving the objects around. Um, it's good that you're trying to move beyond, although we're going to do some of this differently. You've rounded these by using smooth, but instead we're going to use bevel, which will create a more efficient surface because this has a lot of unnecessary edges. And same with the feet will be a combination of a couple bevels. Um, yeah, and we'll do a couple of things in the head differently. And I think the other thing that needs to be adjusted is the proportions from the side. It's much too thin. I've done a search here for smoking spaceman robot in Google, and you can see a side image here of the proportions there. And it's almost like this is more like a cube than a rectangle. So, it's kind of more like that proportion. And of course, you'll need to adjust any accessories that are included accordingly. So, if you wanted to move all these forward as well. Um, so yeah, you want to adjust the proportions. You're going to have to go back to the cylinder on these. There's actually a trick for that. If you're in the attribute editor, which you can get to from here, if I select the poly smooth face and then hit select, and then delete, it makes it into a cylinder again, which actually brings up another point, is that it's disproportionately scaled. You can see that the scale, in this case in the x direction, is different from the scale in the z direction, and we'll want those to be the same. So let's try, I don't know, 0.4 for each of those, zero point 0.4 and zero point 0.4, and you'll see that it gets perfectly round then, whereas these other ones are elongated in one direction. Other polysmooth face, select, delete. Oh, that had two smooths on it. Select, delete, okay. And again, make sure the scale is proportionate, and I'll just make these both 0.4 again to make that round. And then, of course, you can repeat for the other ones. Or you can delete them and make them again. It's probably just as easy. But we don't want the smooth on there. Oh, and the other thing is to make sure your check the submissions instructions for your file name. I'll always be asking you to include your name in your file name. You can see that I've asked you to do last name, first name. But you can imagine I got a lot of robots turned in, and if everybody named their scene file robot or robot 3 or whatever, it could get confusing very quickly. So please include your name in the in your file, and check the submission directions at every module to make sure you're submitting the kinds of files that I need. Yeah.